Welcome to Can't Catch a Break. I am DJ and Dr. Charlene Johnson. We want to thank you all for listening on today on this lovely Saturday evening. We thank you, family and friends, and those that's taking out your busy schedule to listen. We thank you. We're here to just talk about facts, talk about the truth, talk about pulling people together, sharing knowledge, wisdom. We're here to encourage, build, not tear down, not to judge. So if you're listening, this is what you'll get from us. Positive impact. And we just want to thank you. And if you'd like to subscribe, you can. If you like, go ahead, subscribe. If you like a comment, go ahead. We welcome your feedback. It's very important. I talk to many people out there in the streets. I talk to a lot of people. And I give my opinion on certain things and they give their opinion. And ain't nothing wrong with disagreeing, agreeing. And that's fine. But you have to talk. And on today's subject, okay, an episode or topic, we want to talk about something that's very important. And I think it's affecting many people, millions of millions, no matter what color, race you are, male or female. You are being affected. And instead of someone helping you, they're not. You got those that says about me, myself, and I. You have those that are really doing them, helping them instead of helping you. From the church uh, to family, we see that in some places and some people that they are only helping who they can due to some instance favoritism or who they like. And as Christians that are paying their tithes and giving to the church and serving God with their whole heart, they should be the ones also being taken care of when they run into a situation of lights or gas or something been shut off. I think the church should step up. But we see it unfortunately that it's been a lack of. So you see more of the greed, the power. We see the neglect. We see where people are constantly want, want. The ones that are in charge and leaderships. And even corporate America, all around, we see this great greed in the country. It's taking place where people are losing their homes and their jobs. Things are happening. And I want to share with you why it's important that we manage debt. If you have debt, manage it where you can come out of it. And I think that financial literacy, when it comes to that, is there's not enough training. You can give your money, like say to the church, you can give your money and you can spend money to a point where you're not really keeping track of what you're doing. You're not taking notes, you're not writing anything down. And eventually, sometimes it catches up with you to a point where you don't have anything. And the problem is, after all that, people do suffer from their mental health and their mental capacity, how they uh, get stressful, how they just can't sleep at night. Overspending, going places, buying things that you know that you have a budget that you must keep. Okay, and it will get worse too if you don't maintain it, if you don't balance it, if you don't keep an eye on your money. You work, we work a job, we work a job. Yes, 40 hours a week, you work a job, but at the same time you get a paycheck too. So it's you um, writing down the things that need to be paid, taken care of first. Because if you don't keep track of that, then you just go overspending things, you're going to go into debt and you're going to lose some things out. People have lost homes. Some people have lost cars. They have lost a lot of things because of the overspending, eating at restaurants all the time. Instead of being wise and going grocery shopping and cooking, they're in the restaurants every other day buying food that costs money. Yes, restaurants are very high now. Fast foods are they are making more money than anything. How they increase their prices now? When you look at some of them out here, how they went up on their prices that people are buying. And that can leave you stressed out. Yes, it can. Do you know how it feels? Have you never been there? Ask someone who's been there when they had to file bankruptcy and how they was. Was they happy? No, they was depressed. You have to understand that this is something dealing with your life. This is something that you do every day when you buy, when you're working, you're going buying things. And if you ain't careful, if you ain't being wise, you can go into debt to a point where, like I said, you can start losing things. And some people We in a society now, time right now, where some people don't care. Yes, it is. It's true. I've had stories of people coming to me saying that, they gave to someone and, out of the goodness of their heart. And the person was, because in need. And the person was like, I'm going to pay you back. So you get those kind that don't pay you back. Now that person that was helping that person now need help. But the person never paid that person back. So you see that between friendships and stuff. We see in the church right now what's going on. We see where now it's a fight. Now you see how all the jet planes now. You see all the money. You see all the parading of things when it comes to houses, what they own. I mean, the church is a business. Some of them are. I mean, you see what they're doing. These mega churches, they got more money than some of the banks out here, and they're collecting like left and right from the members that's there. And you see some of them members have came to them when they was in need, and they was turned away in some instance. And do you think that's right? This is why you have to be careful. Okay, you put your trust in God. That's what God says. Trust Him. Trust God. That's what you need to do. Because when it's all said and done, you're going to be left with an empty bag in your hand. Nothing going in it. Because the person didn't care. You have to be aware. People are struggling right now, especially mental illness, because of things that are happening to them, because of what they did, the mistakes they made, and they can't sleep. Some of them are about to lose their homes, lose their cars, and it is sad. And we have to be wise. We have to. I think many other places, like I'll say, the churches need to have classes on financial literacy. Talk about the debt. Talk about what can get you into debt. The church is not offering that. Some is, but some ain't. And look what's happening in some of our churches right now. Look what's happening. People are burdened because they're giving more, and they don't see no results of, okay, the Bible says for them to bring everything to the storehouse. Okay, when even tithes and offerings. They always use this scripture, with a man rob God. But people are giving. At the same time, it ain't God's doing it. It's the people that's at the top that's pocketing all that money to a point where your members are in need. And they work jobs and they pay their tithes and offerings. They give to many different things. But yet, when they come to you for help, you don't want to help them. You say, I don't have it right now. Churches, and that's not good. And that's why people leave churches, because you can't pressure people when it comes to giving. You don't do that. He said, God said, I bless a cheerful giving. He don't want the people to be all stressed out and burdened about giving, making them feel guilty. He does not. And this was a cause for people have not been given to the churches, especially when they see that there's a push for money. Money has been a big thing, money and power. We see it in the church. I'm talking on behalf of the church. And we see it in corporate America. We see it all around. We see how it's affecting the people that are trying to make a living, trying to take care of their family. We see the greed, and it's steady growing. It's steady getting bigger and bigger. And when you make bad habits, when you do bad habits, things that you know that you shouldn't have did, you're gonna pay for it, because it takes a large cut out your expenses when you go out, and you know goodness well that you don't have the money. But you tried, you did, but things didn't work out, and now what's happening? All of a sudden, it could be a job loss come around. You're doing that thing, buying homes or something, and then you think about the medical expenses. Sure, medical is so high right now. Oh, yeah, American medical is so high, and you see people are coming together. I say that to try to lower the cost of prescription drugs, which is good for the seniors. I believe that. There's a need for people with diabetes, heart disease, and because everybody can't afford that medicine. People with heart transplant, they need medicine. It's a lot of things that people need help in, and you need to take a look at your debt. I experienced it too, not ashamed of it. And someone sat down with me and my wife, and they helped us, showed us how the things we do or not do. And you'll learn. If you don't learn the first time, you'll learn the second time. If you don't learn the second time, you learn the third time. By then, you will have been lost some of everything, because it took that many times for you to get it. to a point where you don't have. Now you got to rebuild. Now you got to come back up. And those around you want to be around positive people. You want people to understand. You want people to motivate you to go out and build your credit and get your money. And you want people that's gonna have to say, hey, you know what? I got an idea. I know how you can do this. I know we can do this. I know give you ideas to help you with this. But apparently that we don't have those people like that. Some we might not, but they not known. I mean, you gotta go find them. In the companies that are doing it, you can consolidate your own money. Your bills. You know what to do. You take all those bills you got. You write them down on a sheet of paper. You know those dates they owe, and if you're late on, and this is just something. I'm not a creditor. I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying what I've been reading. Is that you're not responsible for this either. I'm just like I'm just reading what I'm trying to help somebody, and they said that it's good to call the creditor who you owe, and y'all make arrangements instead of going and they now they're doing things on your credit. Trying to mess up your credit. But your phone call them. They got to work with you. It's the law. It's the law. They have to work with you. If you don't have a job or something and they know, they got to work with you. It's the law. Yes. Read your consumer laws. Look at it. Okay, being honest. Look at what you're doing. I mean, how much you owe, your minimum payments. Write that stuff down. Keep it. You have computers now. You can write on a computer. Microsoft Word. You can make something. A list up of things, and set your plan to do. What day you gonna pay? Tell your creditors. Talk to them. Send them a letter. Write them. Yes. Review your credit reports like that. Right. It's good that you do that. Equifax and different ones. See what's happening with them. Okay. I went to different ones. There's a credit report site that lets you see your credit, and sometimes stuff be on there that's not you. You've been charged with something that shouldn't be on your account. So what you do is you write a letter and you dispute it, and that's how you get things done. Because if you have to dispute, you're gonna have to write a letter. You don't have to and get proof that what they're charging you with on your credit, saying that put low on your credit score, you can show them, that through a letter and the proof, paperwork. Just let them know, and just let the creditors know what you can pay and what you can't pay. Create a budget. You can't be going out. You can't be buying everything. You got gas, lights. You got the necessity of things. You pay your tithes and offering. You get a God his first. You get to him first. Okay, you get him first, and then I'm gonna tell you, when you do it like that, people, it's not a Ponzi scheme to get rich scheme, because God doesn't operate like that. But he did say, he said, if you pay your tithes and offerings, he will rebuke the devourer. He'll open up that window from heaven and pour you a blessing that you don't have room to receive. Now, God, he does not lie. Okay, but the devil don't want you to know that, because everyone thinks that, some people think that it's all fake, from the unbelievers. God ain't gonna do nothing for you and all that because they don't believe in God. But God is real. He can help you. He can help you do things of when it comes to bill collectors and people who are after you for their money when it comes to your paying. But you can manage it. Yes, or get you a book or read. Go to the library or somewhere, and talk to someone. So you have somebody in management that knows things, about that. And just find your a credit counseling organization that will help you. They're certified professionals. I know you say, well, I don't want nobody handling my money. I can pay my own bills, which you can, but they will give you some advice how to do it, because you need that advice. There is a National Foundation for Credit Counseling. It's a creditor. Yes, it is. They have a website. I'm not here to promote. I'm here to just share with you. There's a lot of counseling. There's a lot of people out there that are counseling people, creditors, to help them with their mortgage payments, their credit cards. Okay, and we need to realize that, to reach out to them, because really ain't nobody gonna help you. Some people will, some people won't. They're gonna let you fall into debt. They're gonna let you lose. Some people they're gonna let you lose, and because they don't care. But here's a true test. Here's a true test too. Okay, when you're giving, to God, you're giving to people, and you're doing it with a heavenly mind and heavenly heart, well, that's good. And some people ain't gonna pay you back. And and they're not gonna have. Some people will keep your money, then they won't pay you back. But you pray for them. You take God over them. Yes, God. He says God will come after them. Yes, He will. Yeah, He don't mess with His children. God will come after them. He loves us. So 1 million Americans are living with debt. 1 million. It could be more. I'm just making a number out there. And your mental health. And I understand mental health is real. People and that problem really it just can't comprehend. When it comes to their finances being attacked and things that overwhelm their marriage, their homes, their families, and the children and things, it takes a toll. But that's also called prayer. Pray about things like this. Let God intervene and help out with you. He will do it if no one else do. And you feel lonely, you feel like there's nobody to help you, there's nobody to talk to, and you're in all this debt. And you see people constantly begging you in these churches for money, auxiliaries, different things, and you don't have it. But don't feel bad. God sees it. He knows. Okay? He understands. That's the difference between God and man. All right? So, he understands. He understands. Don't beat yourself up. Don't let nobody make you feel bad because you couldn't give. You're in a financial situation, but God's going to bring you out. That's what you got to believe by faith. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So remember that, okay? So we must take heed into what we do and be wise in seeking out advice, to reading books, just studying. Okay, because ain't nobody gonna be at your side always. They're gonna help you. You're on your own. And debt is one of the things that impact people's lives. They lose everything, and even in marriages and things like that. Finances and friendships breaks up, and so the people need to come together. And well, the thing is, you can come out. You can come out. Don't ignore your debt. You can come out. Yes, you can. Little by little, yeah. Work with it. Yes, yes. Talk to those creditors. Call them. Write a letter. Sign an agreement. We'll pay this money, that amount. That's how you do that. That way, you won't have to be going before a judge and stuff. They're ready to garnish your check and stuff like that. Yeah, because they will do it too. All over America right now, people are hitting with a debt ratio. Yes, some are buying things that they don't need. They're being overspending, and they're losing a lot of things because of that. So we have to be smart. We have to be wise in our giving, and especially as Christians, we must be let God be a stewardship of our time, our money, our life. God needs to be stewardship for those who are going through right now, so you can come out of it. You can come out of it. Many have filed bankruptcy and stuff, and just to get out of it. Still, though, in some cases, you don't have to file bankruptcy. If you can write to your creditors and they make a deal with you, that's how you do. That's how you get things taken care of faster. And talking to your creditors, you don't need no lawyer. You can do it You can do it yourself. Call them and talk to them and tell them your situation, and they got to work with you. You sign an agreement. They can say what they want to say, but the law, the consumer laws, if you look it up, it will tell you they have to work with you. So, all right, well, thank you all for listening to Can't Catch a Break. I just give a lesson because there's so much greed in America right now. There's so many things that are happening. People, innocent people are that doing good, and especially in churches, getting left behind, even though they pay their tithes and offerings and giving and helping out and stuff, and they getting told no. We Yes, cause of greed. Cause of greed, and anybody challenge anyone that says it's not. Because we see it. All right, well, thank you all for listening to Can't Catch a Break. Okay, the credit cards and all that debt stuff. Tear them credit cards up. Okay, turn all them cards up. Yes, you don't need all them cards. Interest rates 27%, and some of them 29. Well, thank you all for listening to Can't Catch a Break. I am DJ and Dr. Shaw. We appreciate you always. Tell us what you think. We're gonna come strong always. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. Listen. You have to acknowledge the things that's gonna affect you, affect your family, affect people. Because when you do that, you can learn, you can grow. Well, thank you all. Y'all have a blessed and a fantastic and a wonderful life. God bless. From Beyond the Walls, Kingdom Life Ministries.